I want to talk to you guys about the finances of a show like this. As you can imagine, a show like this is not cheap to operate, and I actually sat down last night and did the math on what it costs every show, every episode that we do, and that's just hourly, right? Of course, I know the salary of my assistant Ryan and what he's doing out there, and I know what I pay myself, and we're talking salary, not like charging some crazy amount per hour, but just what I pay myself on salary, and so I know what each episode costs. And I look back at last year at the finances that the show brought in between AdSense revenue and affiliate links and other things that are associated with the show, and did the math and realized that we are about 50%, for last year, about 50% of just breaking even. The show is costing money. And we always knew the show was costing me money, and that's perfectly fine because a show like this takes time to build up. You know, when you get up to the level of some of the bigger YouTubers, you've got hundreds of thousands of followers, that AdSense revenue is pouring in, and you're making really good money, and that is awesome. This show is not that, and I don't know that this show will ever get to the hundreds of thousands of followers because, let's face it, it's a little bit niche. And so, in trying to solve this riddle, how do we support a show like this? I was talking to a good friend of mine, Mr. Fenwick, who I'm going to call out on here because he's awesome, and he said something that really resonated with me, and he calls it value for value. The idea is that if you are offering something of value to your audience, and of course you guys being my audience, that if you actually learn something, benefit from that in some way because you learned something that saved you time, or you learned a technique that you didn't know before, or maybe you were simply entertained, or it saved you a ton of time. You're trying to solve a problem, and what you watched here saved you a ton of time. Was that worth something to you? And if that's worth something to you, could you put a financial value on that, and then perhaps consider pushing at least some of that financial value towards the show as a way to say thank you for what I've learned. And so instead of having just kind of a general, hit that super chat button, which doesn't really work, and then YouTube takes 30% of it anyway, and it only works in live, and it doesn't work on mobile, and that's not a big thing. Or just promoting the Patreon, which isn't going away, but just promoting that. I needed something a little bit better than that. And so the suggestion that I took from my friend Chris and that I've put together today is called simply support. And I have a new webpage for this called support. It's PhotoJoseph.com/support. And there are 4 primary ways that you, my viewing audience, who, if you feel that you have benefited, you have learned, you have gained value from today's show, can help support the show. The 4 ways are either buying something from affiliate. That's an easy one. If you're going to buy gear, try and use one of my affiliate links. I get a couple of % off of that. If you're buying a filter, I'm going to get pennies. If you're buying a camera, it could be $20, $30, $40. That can definitely add up. The second way is the Patreon. Now, I've revamped the Patreon page, and Patreon now has lower contribution levels. You got a $1, $2, $5, $10, and I believe $20 contribution levels. That is a monthly recurring thing. So if you feel like you gain something on a regular basis, go ahead and punch in a number there, have it contribute to the show on a regular schedule. The third one is a direct one-off contribution. You watch a show and you go, wow, I just learned something insane, or maybe just, you know what, that was entertaining. I really enjoyed that. That's worth $1 or $10 or $100 or whatever it might be. How much time did I save you? What's that worth to you? And you can send that via PayPal, Google Pay, Apple Pay, Venmo, whatever you like. The email address is always the same, joseph@photojoseph.com. Just send whatever you feel is valuable to you, whatever you feel it was worth to you. And the fourth one is to hire me as a consultant, because I do this. I do consulting on an hourly basis. You can call me, we can talk on the phone, we can talk via video chat, and I can help you solve much more complex problems. Are you building a live production studio? Are you trying to figure out how in the heck to move from Aperture to Lightroom finally? What major photographic, video, live streaming related problem are you trying to solve? And can I help you with that? And if so, then by all means, please hire me. So if you head over to photojoseph.com/support, you'll see this new page here, and you'll see a little bit of explanation of what I just talked about, the value for value, and then the 4 ways to support. So there's a link to Patreon, a link to an affiliates page, a link to book a call for private consultation, and then just instructions on direct contribution. Again, using PayPal, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Venmo, or whatever. Frankly, you sign up for something else and you send money over it, I'll figure out a way to connect to it. The affiliate page, let me just show you that really quick. On here we have links to the kit.com page, the B&H page, Amazon, and Autorama, the major ones. And I'll get some more in here as well. But one of the key things here is if you shop on Amazon regularly, you can take this link right here, just drag that into your bookmarks bar, and use that whenever you're going to shop on Amazon. If you click on that, that'll load my affiliate cookie, and then anything you purchase then, I'll earn a little piece of. So just different ways to support the show. So for those of you watching today, if you feel like you've learned something from today's show, well, not this part of it, but the show that you might have just watched or about to watch, then by all means, please feel free to support the show. I would really appreciate it. It would help keep us on the air because we really do have to grow the income on this show. Losing money is not a good proposition, and we're far, far away from Casey Neistat level followers. So let's see what we can do. Let's build the show together and see what we can do. Thanks a bunch.